Bill here at Jagged X. We're back at you. We're working on our 2020 Polaris Ranger North Star again. You probably saw our video. We did a really cool bed extender, a Polaris accessory bed extender, and it turned out really good. Maximized some of the bed capacity storage and configurations that you can do. But we are now, I'm thinking that this vehicle is mostly going to be for hunting and trail riding and shooting and that sort of thing, and stuff we like to do. So we're looking here, trying to figure out a good way. We spend a lot of money on our firearms and our optics, and man, there's not worse than them getting banged around in the back of a bed of a vehicle driving down a trail. So, looking at a couple of different options, and I kind of came up with a little idea here, and tell me what you think. I'll walk you through it here, what we're gonna do, and show you how it turns out. But I think we got an idea here to kind of take care of some of the issues of storing your firearms and your optics. So I've always loved these Pelican cases. I've got a really nice double rifle Pelican case here that I've had for a while, that I've traveled with, with rifles in it and so forth. They're super secure. You can lock them. They keep your firearms safe from the elements, and they're a really nice piece. They're good hard plastic, and they're really solid. They got nice latches, and they're a solid way to carry your guns. But having them loose in the back of the truck, again, it's still bouncing around, and that's no good. So using the lock and ride system, we got a couple more lock and ride pins here, and we got some angle iron, and got a little idea here. So we're going to try and put it together and kind of maximize our the ability to carry stuff here, and I'll walk you through it as we go. But we're gonna fab something up here. So we got here a couple pieces of 1/8" angle iron, and we've laid them here on the bed rail. We've marked off our holes for our lock and ride, and we've matched those up. We drilled those holes, and we've rounded these corners to match the rubbers on the lock and rides, and now we're marking off a couple little 45-degree angles to clean up the aesthetics of this thing a little bit, and then we'll move on to the cross members to show you how we're going to mount this box. We got our side braces all in place. We've got them all mocked up and in place. We've got our lock and rides in place, so these are all anchored. They're all ready to go, and now we've got to add some cross members across here to mount the Pelican case to. So that's our next step. We're gonna throw some cross members in here and finish this thing up. So we have mocked up a couple of cross members here. We're gonna use some little 1.5" by 3/4 rectangular tubing. We've marked them up, got them mocked up, got them marked. These will line up right with the little indents on the bottom of the Pelican case. We'll drill a couple holes in the Pelican case, use some nice clean button head screws, and we'll mount this thing up. Let's see how it goes. So we're gonna go and get this thing over to the other shop, and I think we're gonna TIG weld it, make it look a little bit cleaner. So I'm gonna have Brandon TIG weld this thing up. All right, it's coming together. We got Brandon welding this thing up, and I think this is gonna be really slick. Well, we got this thing all welded up. This rack is all welded up. Brandon did a beautiful job TIG welding these cross members in here. So basically it's all finished up. We're going to get a little paint job on it. We're going to paint it black to match the inside of the bed there. And then we are going to mount this Pelican case to it. So I'm going to drill a couple holes in the bottom of this thing, and mark my holes on the cross members there, get those drilled. Mount this thing up, and we should have it wrapped up in a few minutes. Well, moving along here. So see here, we punched some holes in the bottom of our Pelican case here. If you notice, they got the little areas there. We centered up those holes, and we punched a couple holes in the bottom of the Pelican case here, and we transferred those holes over, matched them up to our cross members on our rack, and so that's how this thing will bolt in place. We're going to use some 5/16 hardware here with some good sized washers on the inside, on the plastic side, and we're going to squirt a little paint on this thing, and we're going to wrap this project up. Okay, so we got a quick coat of paint on this thing, and we got all our lock and ride anchors in place, and we are ready to drop this thing in and bolt our Pelican case to it and see how she works. Our rack is complete. We are bolted in. And yeah, I'll tell you what, it turned out better than I thought it would, really. It's it's actually pretty solid. I mean, this thing is solid as a rock. I mean, I think you could stand on it, jump on it. So you open this thing up, you can see it's bolted in the 4 corners. Got 5/16 bolts there, nylocks on the back side. It ain't going anywhere. This thing is not going nowhere. So now that's solid as a rock, but you know, I've always kind of loved these Rubbermaid action packers that they sell. They make this small size action packer, and you know, I kind of thought about this ahead of time, and that's one of the reasons why this rack is exactly where it is, because as it turns out, these action packers slide right underneath there. 2 of those in there, something else in the middle, and you know, that coupled up with our bed extender, I mean, we have really maximized the storage capability of you know, the back of this Polaris Ranger. So you know, I'm going to be using this mainly for firearms and optics and such, but you know, you could actually do something like this, and you could put a different size box on there, and you could use it for tools, or you could use it for you know, metal detecting equipment, or you know, a lot of different things you could do. A lot of different options. There's different boxes out there. You know, this is a Pelican case, but you know, Cabela's sells some other cases that are pretty nice, and you know, a lot of different things you could do. And I'll tell you what, I'm pretty happy with the way this turned out. I can't wait to get out and use it in the field.